Well, it's time to talk business thanks to our partners Forsyth Barr. Earnings season wraps up today with 10 local companies reporting interim or full year results. Here with some headliners is Garth Bray, host of Herald NOW Business. Thanks for being back here with us. So Garth, Port of Tauranga, how are they looking?
Yeah, pretty good actually. Obviously a major sort of export and import port for New Zealand, but heavily export related because of the dairy, kiwi fruit and other kinds of things that sort of flow through that region. And look, they're reporting a pretty tidy profit, actually a beat on expectations. They're reporting a net profit after tax of 70 million for the half year, up 16.6%. I think expectations were about 68 million, so
that's pretty solid.
Might be pretty happy with that. And that was off the back of some increased container volumes, but looking at their operating revenue increase of about 8.5%, possibly their pricing has been able to sort of lift a little bit. They've had some constraints because they've been trying to develop the port area and that's been held up. So probably the growth is going to come from them charging more rather than being able to run more stuff through. But that's looking like it's a good story for them at the moment.
And what about Vista Group? How are they performing?
It's a company that basically provides a lot of cinema services, online, cloud-based, and technology that runs the box office for major US cinema chains as well as here. So their big exposure is to the US box office. And they have come in with a pretty strong total revenue, up 163 million. They're back in profit with a 2.6 after-tax profit. And I guess they're saying, look, what we're just saying there is, worldwide box office is up 12%. Industry projects that, there's going to be a 14% increase in the US box office. You got a few good movies coming. I'm looking out for Project Hail Mary, just personally. Next month. There's a lot of sequels after that. But that, and plus they've got quite an uptake. I think they're saying 35% lift in of total enterprise client sites. That's the businesses they do business with, picking up on their Vista Cloud platform, which is, anything tech-based, SaaS-based is pretty reasonable at the moment.
And some other developments, what about Summerset?
Big retirement home builder, obviously, and interest, I suppose, in how their debt's tracking there, but their underlying profit there, we've got net profit under the IFRS thing was 259.7 million, down 22% on the last year. I guess, it's a tough time trying to make a buck in retirement homes. With the property market being where it is, people aren't necessarily selling to get out into newer homes, but we'll sort of see what the market makes of that. And just an interesting little one as well, I popped up. They're not reporting on it for another month, but Hallensteins Glassons have just done a little trading update. Obviously interesting to see what a big retailer does, and they're saying unaudited total group sales for the last 6 months, ended 1st of Feb, were 275 million, 14% up on the prior period, so that's a lift, and they're picking quite a substantial 30% increase in their profit to around 39 million when they do report results. So I guess that's them saying, hey, we are selling clothes, which is against trend for what we're seeing in a lot of the spending stats. So
yeah, absolutely. That is a very positive sign. Hallensteins Glassons always seem to be doing relatively well, eh?
House of G.
Yeah. Hey, Garth Bray, host of Herald NOW Business, thanks very much for bringing us the very latest on those stats.